Hello all, my name is Chandramohan B, working as an assistant professor in Computer Science Department, Government First Grade College, Magadi. Today I am going to discuss about the topic that is structure of C program. This is the topic in the subject problem solving technique, that's for first semester computer science students, okay, in NEP 2020. Okay, in today's class, I'm going to discuss about the structure of C program. Okay, you can see it in the presentation. I had given the example for the structure of C program. The structure will look like this. Okay, the first one, preprocessor directives. Okay, preprocessor directives. Okay, this preprocessor directive means it's just like an instruction to the compiler itself. Okay, instruction to the compiler, and the preprocessor directives will start with the # symbol. Okay, so there are many types of preprocessor directives. Okay, one of the preprocessor directive is #include. Okay, which is used to include the header file. Okay, so preprocessor directives is just a instruction to the compiler. Okay, later followed by the preprocessor directives. There can be a global thing, that is global variable or other global declaration, followed by main functions will be there. Okay, function, it's a block of code which performs some operation. Any C program must contain at least one function. That function is main function. Okay, function is a block of code which perform some operation, which contains some n number of statement where their statement perform some operation. Okay, so that is the function, preprocessor directives followed by the function. The next thing is declaration section. Okay, inside the main function, once the main function will write the declaration part within the open curly braces and closing curly braces. Declaration section means it's a process of declaring the variables. Okay, declaring the variables. Variable means is just a name given to the memory location where that memory location contains the value. Okay, declaration example something like this. The syntax will be look like this: data type followed by variables. Data type followed by the variable followed by semicolon. Okay, example for the declaration of variable is the data type is integer and the variable name I can give is a. Now a is the name of the memory location where that memory location contains the value. Okay, followed by the declaration section, we have some n number of statement. These statements are executable part of the program. Okay, the statements are executable part of the program. There can be n number of statements. Okay, so example for the statement is it can be printf statement, or it can be scanf statement, or it can be any expression. Okay, something like this. So C program will have preprocessor directives, main function, declaration section, executable statement. Okay, along with this, the program may contain the description. Okay, the description are called comments. Okay, these comments will not get executed. The comments is just an instruction to the reader. Okay, instruction, we can say information to the reader or information to the program user. Okay, there are two types of comments. One is single line comments. Prefixed with this symbol /. Okay, and there can be multi-line comments. Multi-line comments means more than one lines of comments will be there. This multi-line comments will be started with / followed by the star, and the last line will end with star followed by /. Okay, this is multi-line comments, and this is single line comments. The thing which is start with the // is called single line comments. Okay, as I told, this is the parts of the C program: preprocessor directives, functions, variables, statements and expression followed by the comments. As I told, preprocessor directive means it will begin with the # symbol, is just an instruction to the compiler. Okay, next is functions. As I told, the program must contain at least one function. That function will be the main function. Okay, it can be void main, or there is other structure of main function also. We'll discuss that in the later classes. Okay, functions are, it's a block of statements which perform some operations. Okay, variables is nothing but it's just a name given to the memory location. Variables are just a name given to the memory location. Okay, as I earlier said, variable declaration, it will be followed by the data type. Okay, followed by the variable. Okay, here int is the data type and a is the variable. Okay, followed by the statements and expression. Statement means it's an executable part of the program. Okay. Example, printf and scanf are the statement. Expression, it can be mathematical expressions, something like a is equal to b plus c, or any expressions. Okay, as two types of comments. One is single line comments and other one is multi-line comments. Multi-line comments. Okay, single line comments start with 2 forward slashes, and multi-line comments, first line start with the forward slash followed by the star, and last line end with star followed by the forward slash. Okay, these are all the description of the preprocessor directives. Description of the function. Okay. Every function will have two parts. Okay. One is declaration part. For example, there was a main function which contains the very first line, that is void main. This is the declaration part of the signature part of the program. Okay. The other name for the signature part is also called as declaration section. Why it is called declaration section? Because the function will have data type. Okay. Function will have data type followed by, we can't say data type for the function, we can say return type. We can say return type and name of the function followed by, there can be n number of parameters. Okay, there can be n number of parameters. This is called declaration part of the program or signature part of the program. Followed by, there will be definition part of the program, which is present between the open braces and closing braces, open curly bracket and closing curly bracket. Okay, this opening and closing curly bracket contains some n number of statement. Thus, n number of statement is called executable section. Okay, this executable section can contain statement as well as expressions. Variables is just a name given to the memory location. This variable can be defined within the functions or it can be defined outside the function also. Okay, if the variable defines within the function, then it's called local variable. If the variable defined outside the function, then it is called global variable. Okay. Variable can be local as well as global. Local variable can be used only within that defining function, and global variable can be used throughout the program. Okay. Example for the declaration of the variable is data type followed by the variable. Here the data type is integer. Okay, and there are three variables defined in the same line, p, t, r. Okay, all these three variables as a data type integer. So in a single line, I can define single variable or I can define multiple variable also. Okay. Statements and expression, as I told, it's an executable part of the program. Okay, and expression is just a simple mathematical expression. Example for the statements like printing the message, reading the values, okay, or performing some arithmetic operation. Those are all the example for statements and expressions. Two types of comments, single line comments and multi-line comments. This is just an instruction to the reader. This is single line comments, which is begin with 2 forward slashes, and this is multi-line. The first line will start with forward slash followed by the star. Okay, and end of the multi-line comments, it can be 2 lines, 3 lines or any number of lines, but it will end with star followed by forward slash. This is the simple example for the structure of C program. Okay, the thing which is begin with the hash symbol, that is preprocessor directives. Okay, preprocessor directive, as I told, it is instruction to the compiler itself. Okay, it can be used to include the header file or it can be used to define the constant. Here I'm using the keyword include to include the header file called stdio, standard input output dot header file dot h. Okay, this header file gives the functions to the program. For example, we have a printf function. I'm directly using the printf function, but for the definition of the printf is present inside the header file called stdio.h. Okay, printf function definition present inside the header file called stdio.h. Okay, preprocessor directive followed by the signature part of the function, that is main function, declaration part of the function. Okay, followed by definition part, that is executable part of the program. Here I included multi-line comments. Okay, actually it is single line, but just to show that I'm including here multi-line comments, that is /* followed by star followed by /. Okay, this line will not get compiled by the compiler. This is one will be simply ignored by the compiler. Okay, there is no effect on the program. As I told, this is just a instruction to the reader or information to the reader. Okay, followed by one of the statement, that is output statement printf. Okay, printf is a function which is used to display the information on the screen, I mean output screen, monitor. Okay, this is the structure printf followed by the parenthesis. Okay, followed by the message which I want to print. Okay, there are so many variations of the printout which we will discuss in the later classes. Okay, followed by the end of this executable part of the main function. Okay, so the program will contain preprocessor directives, functions. Here in this program I didn't include any variable. We'll see the example for the variable also in the later programs or later classes. Okay, followed by the executable part. Here the executable part of is printf function which is used to display the information, followed by the end of the program. Okay, in today's class we discussed about preprocessor directives. It's an instruction to the compiler. Function, it's a block of code which performs some operation, which has two parts, declaration part and executable part. Variables is just a name of the memory location which contains the value. Statement, it's a statements and expression, it's an executable part of the program. Comments is just an information to the user or reader of the program. Two types of comments, single line comments and multi-line comments. Okay, now we'll see the example. Okay, we'll see the output of this structure of the C program which we have seen now. You can see here I included the header file, that is include stdio.h, which you already know what is the use of that header file, I mean which provide the definition for the printf function. Main function is there, void is the return type and main is the name of the function. Void means the function which not returns anything. Okay, we'll see what is that return type, what is void, what are all the variations of this main function in the later classes. Okay, followed by the executable part of the main function. This is executable part. It's a comment which will be ignored by the compiler, which you can see it is light color. It means it's not compiled. Okay, it's just ignored by the compiler itself. And we have one executable statement, that is printf. Here I'm trying to print the message called hello world. Okay, you can see the message which I'm trying to print must be present within the double quotes. It must be present within the double quotes. Okay, and after the message I'm including one command like a backward slash followed by n /n. After printing the message I want to go to the next line. Okay, /n means print new line or include new line. Okay, preprocessor directives, main function, executable part of the program. Okay, the compiler which I'm using to execute this program is code blocks. Okay, which is actually free version. You can download it from internet. Okay, now we'll see the output. There's an option called build and run. I'll click that. We have some 5 to 6 lines of code, but I'm getting the only one line of output, that is hello world. Okay, so header file, main function, opening bracket, comments, those will not get printed. The only printable statement is printf statement. It contains the parameter, that is hello comma world. It is printing. You can see it here. The double quotes are eliminated. Okay, and /n is also not printing. /n is also not printing. You can see the gap here, one line gap. That is because of /line. Okay, followed by some compiler information, that is how much time taken to execute this program and other things. Okay, thank you.